Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we are going to be working on a 6x8 for my mother's great grand's album. On all of these layouts that I am going to be doing and that I have done, I am using as the base a 6x8 white daisy cardstock. On this one, we're going to start out by putting a zip strip down the left-hand side of this paper. You can see I have already picked out a few different things that I think I'm going to use on this page. They're over on the left-hand side of my desk. We're going to go ahead and trim off this excess we have. Now you can see in my little pile over to the left, I do have the theme of the film strips still running through all the pages. Not all the pages, but the majority of the pages. This right here is a photo frame that I had stamped and trimmed out of that camera stamp I have. It's a stamp of the month from April of 2016. This is the very first stamp I ever purchased from Close to My Heart, and it's kind of the stamp that started it all. I do love that I am using it on this layout. I think that's pretty cool. You can see I did stamp out this camera, but I also stamped out a different camera we're going to end up pulling in. I did end up coloring that frame with the aqua marker. I did not leave that in because my head was in the way the entire time. So I am going to be layering up some doilies behind these photos like so. So now we have got the aqua and we have got the avocado for our colors, and then we have a little bit of the charcoal, I do believe it is going down the left hand side. I think the charcoal is pretty good with what Kaleb is wearing in this photo. I think it kind of looks good with that plaid shirt. So you can see right here we did commit to the placement of our bits. I'm just going to go ahead and finish tacking down this film strip. I will be using liquid glue. It is the art glitter glue. I'm going to go ahead and use that to go ahead to tack down these bits. Okay, so I found this camera. It is in that same stamp pack, and you saw I initially put it down the wrong way. I figured it out finally, and actually it works way better the way it is intended to go, like this. Right here I am taking the word snap. That word is also on that stamp of the month from April 2016. I got that off that same stamp. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some lemonade ink with my sponge. And I'm just going to go doop, 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 and change that lens color to the lemonade very lightly. It looks really good. After we do that, I think we're going to go ahead and pop the lens up on a little foam tape, and then we're going to make the rest of the camera flush to the page. So that little lens is really the only thing popping up in this area. Like so. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and stamp Kaleb's name. I initially put all of these alphas down and stick them all on the block. I'm not going to stamp them all at the same time. I just wanted them all ish-ish. You can see they're not even really in a line. I just wanted to see how much room it was going to take up. So you can see here it takes up quite a bit of room. I don't have enough space there, but if I stamp them individually and put them super close together, which I would rather stamp them individually to put them super close together, if I do it that way, there is enough space underneath that doily to go ahead and stamp it out. Now my intention was initially just to leave this black and white, so I am going to be stamping with some pigment ink. This is the VersaFine, I do believe. After we stamp out his name, we're going to go ahead and finish this up. So you can see I am stamping individually, and I'm going way closer together than they were on that original stamp block that I had out. I just want to make sure I get a good impression, because you can see right there I did not flip my mat over, so I don't have anything under there to help me out. So yes, I was trying to be super careful with it. Right here I am using the, what is this called? Citrus Green blend of the Spectrum Noir markers. I'm using that to go ahead and color in Kaleb's name. I did not initially plan on coloring it, so I did not really use the right ink for it, so I'm trying to be extra careful so that I don't get any smudging from the ink touching the black. The A will prove to be difficult for that, but it works out pretty good. And then I go up toward the top and color in that camera, which also proves to be a little bit more difficult trying to avoid the black on, but it's doable. It came out really good. I love how this camera looks colored in with this citrus green blend. Of course, I did use the lightest shade on the TriBlend, so it looks really good. Now, when I just put my page up and looked at it, I saw that I think I need more yellow, because you can see I did the lens in yellow. So I'm just taking that same sponge, dipping it back in the lemonade, and just kind of sponging it on in a couple places. It's not perfect. I'm just giving it a little bit of yellow. To me, when I stand back and look at this page and you see that yellow there, it almost looks like the layout is glowing, right? That little area in the center with his photos and the embellishments is just kind of glowing. I think that's a pretty cool effect. I didn't even notice that until I had already done it. When I put the yellow down, my initial intent was not to make it look like it was glowing. It was just to get more yellow on the page to match that lens. All right, after we do that, guys, I do pull out a few black hearts. They're in the die cut pack from In Full Bloom, which is, that's what I'm pulling from mostly here for this album. After I do that, I am not going to be doing anything else to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please check the links down below. Hop over to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com if you'd like to pick this up for yourself. I will say that film strip die is part of a card kit that is sold out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.